it is cold outside. But then again, we're just a little bit more above sea level than typically what you see in Bradley County. Y'all are probably wondering, y'all probably know where I'm already at. But anyway, what's up you guys? Chet-Guthrie the Dream Poet here, standing here in the middle of Pigeon Forge as a helicopter goes by. And where's he going? Anyway, yes, the reason why I'm out here today starting this vlog is for a very long time I have been wanting to see this helicopter. Most of my childhood, coming up to Pigeon Forge, I always saw this particular helicopter. Although, I never knew what was inside of it, and I had never been up close. But today, guys, I figured the best way to start this vlog off, you know what, we're gonna see what's in here, if anything at all. I don't know how old it is, other than it looks to be old school military. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. You can definitely tell it is from a bygone era. Dude, just check out the size of those helicopter blades. I think like there's like a screw or something that holds that main piece in. I think they call it like the praying nut or the praying bolt, because it's like once the bolt goes out, well, you're not in a good place. But anyway, well, this is what is inside of it. Kind of looks worn down, beat up. But then again, I mean, this thing is fairly old. I mean, it has definitely seen some better days. But anyway, in the comments below, let me know how old this particular helicopter is. I'd really like to know, because it looks like it does have a pretty awesome story. One of these days, I would like to come up here and do a helicopter theme. Or not theme, a helicopter thing, you know, a helicopter sightseeing tour. But that'll have to be probably when I have a little more money in my pocket. Well, my curiosity has been satisfied. But you guys, we are down here along the main strip. There's a few other things I want to check out in this vlog. And well, another one, one of the things that I have not seen here while growing up in Cleveland, Tennessee, coming up to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg my whole life, there is a big antique store slash gem mine that I've been wanting to go to. But real quick, we're gonna check out this one abandoned location that's actually not far from here. This is one beautiful view. That's a little pigeon. No, that's the French Broad River that runs through Pigeon Forge. Then you got Smokies right over there. After checking out the helicopter, that was really cool. That's been something that's been on my list for a while now. Is I wanted to see what this is. Now, I imagine as a lot of people are either entering Pigeon Forge or leaving Pigeon Forge, leaving the Smokies, going this way, going via I-40, they've probably seen this big giant thing. It looks like it's a half-finished bridge, only it's not a half-finished bridge. And I imagine a lot of people wonder what it is. You see, this used to be an adrenaline park. It's been a while since the parking lot has been used. I believe Adrenaline shut down, I think it was sometime in the 2010s. Here, I'll show you the exact time that it happened. But yeah, it is definitely an interesting piece of Pigeon Forge history, or tourism history that I think a lot of people don't know about. And by the way, check that out. That is a really cool piece of farm equipment. And I'm kind of wondering that maybe this particular attraction will have a second life one day, because this building, it still looks like it's in really good shape. So probably one day I imagine it will open again. The lights are still on, which is a good thing. But I wanted to see this. You see, not only is this a big giant sky thing or sky bridge or what have you, it was also sponsored by Mountain Dew at one time. Yes, the one and the only Mountain Dew. Did you all know that Mountain Dew was actually invented in Knoxville? We might do a historical vlog on that, just because it's Mountain Dew, and Mountain Dew is like one of the best drinks. It's right along there with Coke, and it came here from East Tennessee. And now we are going to respect this property right here. We aren't going to go much further than this, because it does say private property, do not enter beyond that point. And I totally understand why they would do that, because I mean, there are some people who do struggle with life and whatnot, and you know, that's a sad way to, but anyway, now that you all finally know, this was a sky bridge. For everyone that crosses this bridge every single time to get to one of the greatest tourist destinations in the world, and you all see this, well, now you all know it was a sky bridge at one time. And it does look like it probably will get a second life here soon, which I'm just proud of, because I love seeing how, like, Pigeon Forge tourist spots or areas, they get a second life. And to me, that is just awesome. And now just check out how far this thing actually extends over the river. That's pretty cool. Kind of death-defying, but really cool. All right, my curiosity has been satisfied. But now, you guys, we are going to another spot here in this area that I've always wanted to see, but I've never been to it. And I already said it at the beginning of the video, it's a gem mine, but it's also an antique store, and it looks really cool. And finally today, I'm going to fulfill another part of my curiosity here in Pigeon Forge. Plus, it's not an abandoned location. It's a pretty awesome antique store from what I hear. This place has been on my to-do list for about 7 years now. And even though it is right next to a major thoroughfare, I still always seem to miss it right as it closes. Yeah. But anyway, you guys, I finally made it 7 years later in the making. Yeah, it took me a while, but I made it. And y'all gotta check this out. This is really cool. Here, oh, what do you say? Tony the Tiger. There we go. They're great. Yes, they have a giant Tony the Tiger, and they also have Captain Jack Sparrow. Mwahaha. Gonna swindle you out of your money. And it looks like they have this one dinosaur chained up, so where he cannot get away. Yes, that dinosaur. Actually, now that you think about it, I think a lot of these particular statues, I think these at one point were part of an old an old mini golf course here in Pigeon Forge that used to be like right next to Dollywood. And I kind of always wondered what happened, because there's a big giant raptor head sticking his head out. And here is a witch's house. And we have a big giant dinosaur again, chained up, not going anywhere. Obviously. Kind of reminds me of the Land of the Lost, if you ask me. And it kind of looks like all the way around. Looks like we've got some more different props. Well, there's an old school bear right there. Some old wood carving, black bear carving, and oh my goodness, a Pegasus. That's half a Pegasus. There's an old church followed by an old house, so I was right. This is one of the remains of where this mini golf course went to. Well, again, this satisfies my curiosity. Now I know. Well, maybe there's not so much gem mining here, although I think there is a gem mine on the other end of this, or at least we're about to find out anyway. Oh, cool. And you got some giraffes. It's really beautiful glass. Really beautiful cut glass. And watch as a plane goes by. Well, maybe not a plane, a helicopter. But Pappy's like, "How you doing, Sonny? I got some gold. Look at my gold." Only, that's not gold, that's fool's gold. And dude, look at what they got here. They have like some old school like mining cars. Although I don't think those are mining cars. I think those are something else. But it's called the Little River Gem Mine. So yes, they do have a gem mining operation here. Pretty awesome. But I do like they'll look like, you know, mining cars. From the side of the road, you wouldn't really be able to tell, but that's pretty cool. This, however, I think is an actual mining car. Yeah, that's actual. Cool. Look at the metalwork in that. And right as I said that, there was a loud truck that came by. An Armagey. Huh. Fossils. How neat. They've got some petrified wood right there. Looks like we've got some obsidian, really pretty obsidian. Rose quartz. I don't think that's milky quartz. As y'all can tell, a while back I was a gem hound. Yes, much of my childhood life I loved rocks and fossils, but then I got old. And I still would be willing to spend a lot of money on something like this dinosaur head. Solid plaster. Looks like there's an ammonite right there, just sitting there minding its own business. And there's a zebra. So I'm taking it that it's kind of the off season right now, because that is a pretty nice little water setup that they have right here. Obviously it looks like the water is frozen. It's like nothing a whole lot right now. Probably when it warms up. There's an old haunted house right there. An old wooden Indian. And it's a tiger. The eye of the tiger. Oh, I'm gonna shut up now. Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet, because I know nobody wants to hear that. Look at all these marbles. I guess you could say I am losing my marbles. Ooh. Another helicopter. Oh no! It's a dinosaur sticking its head out of the witch's house. Ah! Well, no joke. This is actually what I remember the most about this old abandoned, well, not abandoned, this old golf course that I remember growing up as a kid. Like, it stuck its head through the house. And we also have like the other raptor right here. Looks like he's seen some better days, but you know what? I love, you know, the work that went into that, because it's cool and it's old school looking. Yeah, and we have the Mr. Indian right here. It looks like he's It's like he needs a paint job. And dude, hiding right here is a Brachiosaurus. Well, not a Brachiosaurus, an Apatosaurus. And it looks like it is almost complete. Only it is only half a Brachiosaurus. Or Apatosaurus or what have you. Now that we have seen the outside, let's go on the inside and let's see what they have. This place is really cool. Oh yeah, and they also have another Pegasus too. Oh, it's a bunny. Oh, she's pretty. And that's really pretty too. Got an amethyst right here. So they've got some other stuff. Ooh, that is one pretty amethyst. Maybe someday, you guys. Maybe someday I'll own a beautiful piece of rock like that. Oh wow! Check out the size of that ammonite. I got another one right there. Now I bought one in St. Augustine a while back, and I've never seen one that big. So I can tell they got a lot of really beautiful amethyst. What do they have here? Huh. Ooh, smoky quartz. Behind this wall if you dare. Well, how bad could it be? Oh, dude, it's fluorescence. Fluorescent rocks. Oh, dude, that's awesome. And now that is one big amethyst. Or at least what they call an amethyst geode. Oh, this is really pretty too. So they've got some other stuff. Ammonite. Petrosaur. Well, Petrosaur chick. Pterosaur, I mean. Another ammonite. Big ammonite. Some really pretty woodwork. Ooh. And they got abalone shells. I have one of those back at the house. This place is awesome. I'm glad that I finally stepped out here to check it out. But now you guys, let's check out the antique store. This is a really awesome place. And look, we have another tiger. And another Pegasus. And a Apatosaurus. But I think what I like the most is they also have these really cool old Texaco signs, like gas station signs. I can tell this place is going to be awesome. I'm already mind blown. This place is so cool. Dude, look at that old school tractor. And well, we have an old school horse and buggy. That kind of hit me on the head right there. Okay, let's go inside. They got the Pillsbury Doughboy. Look at that old Sinclair dinosaur gasoline machine. Like, we haven't even gotten inside the building yet. Actually, that would be worth it, because you don't see those that often anymore. Huh, they got an anvil. Oh, and this is cool. Somebody has turned a shovel into a guitar. I wonder how much that is. Actually, that's not all that bad. They've got some Civil War stuff right here. And there's something for all you guys that are married. A ball and chain. And they got a walking sign right here as well. And a big boy. And that's a really cool light display right there. And what do we have right here? Well, we got some old school signage. That's pretty cool. You demand it. Or you demanded it. Your demand demanded it. There we go. Coke. Pepsi sign. Looks like we've got the Lone Ranger. I think that's the Lone Ranger with a thing of bread. Also got a chicken. Dude. They have an old school set or an old school scale for about 1600. Looks like they've got a bike. Looks like we got a lamb. Old school metal toys. Those can actually be worth quite a bit of money. Oh, and this is nice. We got an old school general. Who would have thought? This place is full of surprises. And looks like we have the Cookie Monster. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. That's pretty nice. That's an old school bobcat taxidermy right there. Oh, now that is cool. Look at the old school stuff they have. Like old school war stuff. Or old school, God, it feels like a museum. Cool, and they have an Indian chief bust. And again, more old school toys. Look, this place, if you're not careful, it'll take you just about everywhere. Oh, and this is really awesome. Look, they have old school knives. I think the thing that I like the most is look at all these teeth. And it looks like we haven't even hit the rest of the first floor. It looks like they got a second and a third floor. Okay, let's see what they got. Well, I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Not so much the Santa Claus, but the fact that they have a buffalo. That is a pretty nice buffalo skull too. Man, that is a giant frog. Frog on a log. It's like we've got an old school, one of those Indian signs. Like that you see that was kind of like, you know, kind of like your gas stations. And they have an old school Sinclair sign. This thing is big. But I think what's probably the coolest thing is they have some old school Indian artifacts. Like this one's for about 45 bucks. To think, those were made so long ago. You know, I guess it wouldn't be a true blue Smoky Mountain antique store if you did not have someone's old shine. Well, old moonshine still, made out of copper. Okay, let's check the third floor now. Which honestly, it does make you feel like you're kind of walking around in circles in a way. Dude, I have not seen one of these in forever. It's a big, giant bear trap for $1,500. Yeah, you would not want to get your foot stuck in that bear trap. That thing is very, very big. Now this is an awesome room. Check this out. You have one of those old school motor oil pumps. Like this is some of the stuff that you would probably see like old school service shops use. Like I'm surprised that, gosh, that thing has been, it's been renewed and renovated. God, that looks, well, if it wasn't like $2,200, yeah, that'd be sitting in my house probably. And also, this big giant renovated Sinclair dinosaur gas pump. But that is $949, which I don't have $949, but it is nice though. This place was awesome. Like all of it. The Little River Gem Mine, the Action Antique Barn. I'm glad I finally stepped to the side and finally came here. I was not displeased. This will be another adventure. I will be coming back. This is cool. But anyway, guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. And now y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over.